heading into the playoffs, does it feel like a whole new season now that it's basically just cup play rather than, you can get the next game to make up for a mistake in the regular season?
Yeah, I think luckily for us, I think we started to replicate the environment of playoffs, I think, the last couple games this season because we were competing for a title, obviously. So I think you saw us kind of, flip that mindset, a couple of games ago. But yeah, I mean, they're always a different feel. It's one game, and anything can happen, and so you've got to be good always and take advantage of the opportunities that you have.
This situation is a bit unique, not like any other USL clubs left in the playoffs. And the fact that Nashville SC is going to be in MLS next year, is that added pressure for you and for the rest of your teammates, knowing that this is also a winner go home as well?
Yeah, this is obviously the last opportunity for the fans to see a USL team here, for now, and I think we're focused on what we're trying to achieve. I think the pressure honestly comes from us being a 2 seed more so than being the MLS club. I mean, we've done well all season. We're going to be playing at home, and we put that pressure on ourselves. So,
do you feel like individually that may be pressure in terms of your teammates' own career?
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to perform, and whether it's going to be, here in the future or at another club, I think, these types of games and the big moments always define players and define careers for players. So, I mean, that's where that added intensity comes in these games for sure.
You're a playoff vet, obviously. I don't think you've missed the playoffs yet in your USL career. What do you guys have to do to make sure that you survive in advance and, not, lose on the home field against a team that you've beaten in the regular season?
I think we just got to keep doing the same things that have made us successful. Obviously Charleston presents its own challenges. We can't skip any parts of the process. First 10-15 minutes there's a certain job that needs to be done. The next period of the game, and you just kind of have to go through those steps, not allow any pressure to get to us, and really, do what's been making us successful all year. I mean, we're on a good run of form. Not a ton has to change, but it is going to be a little bit different atmosphere for sure.
Did you watch either of the games last night to get a feel for who you'd be playing in?
Yeah, both. I had them both on the screen. So, you can tell, watching those games and how tight they were and the way that both teams, battled back to tie the game at some point. That's just playoff soccer. Nothing's going to come easy. We're obviously going to respect Charleston as they come in. They're here for a reason, so we'll do everything we need to do.
Coach played Charleston a couple of times this season already, I think 3. How do you feel like they're gonna play against you, and how do you feel like you guys potentially match up against them?
I think in the times that we've played them, especially here, whether it was in the Open Cup or in the regular season, I think they were very organized defensively, got into some blocks and wanted to make things difficult on us. I think we expect to see something similar. You saw that really against them or against Ottawa last night. I thought they were, Ottawa controlled a lot of the game and created probably more opportunities, but Charleston made things difficult and the game dragged on and they were able to get the result.
Coaches really announced you as one of the players that's really kept this team intact, as this team has tried to get to that top seed. It didn't, but the win was still there and you guys still played pretty well. What's your approach? How you've individually made sure that you played your part, and how does that change? Will it change now that you're in the postseason individually?
Yeah, I think we've got a great group all around. I think our midfield's really come together with the string of games all together. Bolu's been great. Levo's been very good. You go down the lineup. Everybody's really stepped up when we needed them to. So, I'm just trying to play whatever role is necessary for me in each game. Sometimes it looks more like an 8 where I'm getting into the box more. Sometimes, I hold more, and it really just depends on the game. But, everybody's really stepped up down the line, and we've got a great group. I think we can achieve something special.
Is it in y'all's minds at all that Charleston ended your run in the first cup competition of the year, and now you guys have a chance to do the same with them?
Honestly, I think it was just so long ago now, and a lot of things have changed. We've got different personnel. They've got different personnel. I think it's going to be a completely different type of matchup, and it's going to be a battle. They're like I've said, they're going to make things difficult for us. We're going to have to do things right, and hopefully at the end of the 90 minutes, we've got the job done.
Is there any pressure? Do you feel any pressure now that you're in the postseason? It's win or go home?
No, I don't think so. I think
we simply love to hear
we've been in a good run of form. and I think we just got to take it as another game. Whatever pressure there is the one we put on ourselves. I think we're in a good run. We've been playing well, and hopefully we just keep that running. 4 more games hopefully.
There's been an added pressure maybe from the outside about obviously Major League Soccer coming to this club. Do you find that that's a little bit of pressure on yourself individually to perform in the postseason?
No, I think whenever you go out there, you just got to perform. Individually, as a team, as a group. We've been doing this for a while now. I think the group has been together for 4 of us for a while now. So I think whenever you step on this pitch, of course there's the natural pressures that come with having to deliver for the fans and all that, but I don't think there's anything added going into the match.
Last time you guys saw Charleston, you had a nice moment at the end of the match. What do you guys have to do to replicate the result and survive and advance in the postseason?
Yeah, I think that was a game where we played really well. I thought we imposed ourselves from the start. They scored a goal against a run of play. I think if we come out with that same mentality, that same attitude, on our own field, we've been here for the last 3 weeks now. We've had some nice moments. So I think if we come out with the same mentality, that should set a good platform for us going forward.
It hasn't been that long since you played them, but have you seen them kind of change a little bit at all as you prepare for this game?
No, not really. I think they're a club that's been around for a while. I mean, since my rookie year, they've played pretty much the same. They've had a decent amount of the same core. So I think they'll come out, they'll fight, they'll battle, they'll work. They're a blue-collar team, and we just got to be ready for it.
Gary talked about you and Matt as being 2 of the better players on the field against Atlanta, and talked about your ability to press and then play the ball out of tight spaces. How do you feel like that will help you guys against Charleston, and how do you feel like that kind of hold the spine of the team is coming together with you and the center backs and Daniel Rios up top?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of look at like the back 6, the back 4, not me and Matt in front of them. I think we're a group that have to do a lot of dirty work for the rest of the guys. I think we have fantastic ability going forward with the wingers and Rapapa and Allen and Daniel and Lebo. Like, those guys give us so much going forward that we're the stability in the core of the team to hold us back. If we have one part going forward and we don't get the other part going on the other side, then it could be an ugly game.
Yeah. You mentioned that their opening goal against you guys here came against the run of play. I don't know if it's fair necessarily to say, but it seems like a lot of the goals that have been scored against you this year have been against the run of play. Obviously that says that your defense is pretty dominant otherwise, but how do you prevent that from happening again in this Charleston game?
I just think we stay tuned in. We stay locked in. I think getting that first goal has been huge for us at times and moments. If we look back to the Charleston game, might have had a couple of chances where if we put away, the complexion of the games change a little bit. But I think it's just being disciplined, being locked in, being focused towards 90 minutes.